morning all. Today we are going to start the topic force and pressure. What is force? Force is a push or pull which changes the state of motion or rest. So what is push? When anything is away from you, a force is applied away from you, it is push, and a force is applied towards you, it's a pull. Force is of two types, contact force and non-contact force. Contact force, the force in which there is a physical contact, like a book is kept on a table. This is table and there is a book on it. So this is contact force. There is a friction between both bodies, then it is contact force. Non-contact force, when there is no physical touch between two bodies. Let this is sun and this is earth. They don't have any physical contact between them, but they are attracted towards each other with heavy gravitational force. So this is non-contact force. So on the basis of these two, we'll continue the topic. Next topic is effect of force. What force can produce? Force can move a stationary object. Like if a box is kept on the table, you apply force and you can move the box. Number 2, force can stop a moving object. If you are playing a basketball, then by applying force you can stop a moving basketball. Third, change the speed. If you kick your football very fast, then the speed will increase, and if you catch the football, the speed will decrease. That says effect of force can change the speed. It can accelerate the body or it can retard the body. Fourth point, it can change the direction. In this case, take an example of a cricketer. When he hits a ball, bowler throws a ball. When he hits a ball with his bat, the direction of the ball is in different direction in which it is coming. So force can change the direction also. Last is change in shape or size. Change in shape or size is referred as stress or strain. That we use to name stress or strain. So when you, like your mother is kneading a dough, that is also she is applying force and she is changing the shape of the dough. Even you have a rubber ball, if you press it hard, you can change the shape for some time because it's a elastic body. If you have a football, you can put pressure and you can apply force, and then you can see there is a slight change in the body, in the shape of the body. So change in speed and change in direction is in moving body. Next, what are the factors on which this effect depends? Factors means what are the conditions which affect the force. Number one is direction. In which direction you are applying force is first factor. Number 2, magnitude. How much force? Magnitude means how much force. Less force is applied or more force is applied. It is known as magnitude of force. Number 3 is position. Position means whether the force is applied to a free body or to a stationary fixed body. Free body means like a ball is coming from any direction, it is kicked by someone, so it is a free body. But if you see a ceiling fan, then ceiling fan is fixed to a particular point. Then it shows that there is a change in position of a ceiling fan and the ball which is coming towards you when you are playing in a field. So effect of force depend on direction, magnitude and position. That means all these factors are responsible. All these factors are responsible for effect of force. Now, force acts on body result into two type of motion. When a force is applied, it will produce motion, and there are two type of motion. Number 1 is translatory motion. Translatory motion is also known as straight line motion. That if a body is at point A and it is moving towards a particular point B, then it will go in a straight line. And this is a condition when body is free to move. That is, its point is not fixed. It is not fixed. So it is free to move in a straight line. And this is known as translatory motion. Because body is going from one point, it is covering this point, this point, this point, this point, and then ultimately coming to point B. So this is translatory motion. Number 2, what happens if the body is not allowed to move? Let the body is at point P and the fixed point is O. There's a distance between these two bodies. Okay, then what you see, that if I apply force at point P, then with respect to this fixed point O, the body will move either in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. So it will move in a circular direction. Just take an example. This is a pen cap. I have holded this point. Okay, so this point becomes fixed. So if I apply force like this in a anti-clockwise direction, you can see the cap moving. And if I apply the force on clockwise direction, you can see the cap moving in the opposite direction. So this is rotational motion about a fixed point. What is this? This is rotational motion about a fixed point. It can be in anti-clockwise or clockwise. There is a distance between fixed point O and a point of P. O is fixed point called pivot, and P is called the point of application of force. This P point is point of application of force. Now next, moving of a car. So now tell me, moving of a car is translatory motion, rotatory motion, or something else? So moving of a car is a translatory motion. Why? Because car always move on a road in a straight line. So it is translatory motion. Now, motion of earth around sun. Is it rotational? Yes. But is it movement? It is rotational because earth is moving towards the sun. Is it? No. Earth is moving around the sun. There is a distance between them. D distances between them 2 points. Okay. So, but this is an example of non-contact force. Okay. Because there is no actual physical contact between these two bodies, so this is non-contact force. And here we will not consider this example of motion of earth around the sun in movement of force. Now, moving hand fan. You have seen a hand fan. It is like that. This is axle. This is fan. When you rotate this axle, due to the rotation of this axle, the fan either moves clockwise or anti-clockwise. So this is moving hand fan is also an example of rotational motion. Now, door attached to a hinge. You have seen a door. We have hinges on the door which is attached to the wall. Here we have a wall. This is door attached to the wall. So these hinges attached to the wall. So the distance between the hinge and this free end is very important in case of producing movement. Now, turning effect of force about a fixed point is called movement of force. So today we will study the effect of force when the body is moving from a fixed point. Okay. So the turning effect, because the point is fixed, so it will only produce turning effect, that is, it will produce rotational motion. The turning effect of force about a fixed point is also known as pivot. It's called movement of force, or simply you can say it's movement. And other name is torque. 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 Now, movement is of two types, clockwise and anti-clockwise. If a force is able to move a body in clockwise direction, you have seen a clock, there are needle. If a needle is moving from 12 to 3, then this is clockwise movement. But if a needle is moving from 6 to 3, then it is anti-clockwise movement. Clockwise movement, when force tends to move a body clockwise, then this is clockwise movement. Clockwise movement is considered as negative movement. Clockwise movement is considered as negative movement. Now, anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise movement is when force tends to move a body in which direction, children? Anti-clockwise direction. So this is positive. Standard, we have taken anti-clockwise as positive, so eventually clockwise becomes negative. Now factors affecting moment of force. Here O is a fixed point which is known as pivot point. A is a point of application of force. A is a point where we will apply force. Okay. The distance between O and A is small d, which is known as perpendicular distance. Okay. So because the angle between this line and the point is 90 degrees, so this is perpendicular distance. This line OA is called line of action. D is the distance. So basic factors for producing a movement. You can produce how many type of movement? Two type of movement, anti-clockwise positive and clockwise negative. So these two type of movement will be produced according to the magnitude of force which you are applying. Now first factor which affects the movement of force is magnitude of force, which is denoted as capital F. So if you apply high force, it will produce more rotating effect. The body will move quickly. If you apply less force, body will move slowly. Number 2, perpendicular distance between the fixed point O and the line of action A. So this is small d, known as perpendicular distance. Now we will write the formula. Some formula will be according to the given conditions. Movement is equal to force multiplied by perpendicular distance. So this is perpendicular distance between where? The fixed point O and point of application. So now what is the unit of force? Unit of force is Newton. We will talk about SI unit only, denoted by capital N. And what is the unit of distance? It is meter, denoted by small m. So F multiplied with G will be Newton into meter. So the formula of movement is force multiplied by perpendicular distance. So SI unit will become Newton meter. We will only write SI unit when we consider standard numericals. Now application. Handle of the door is near to free end, which means this is a door. Okay, this is the hinge. Hinge is fixed, and this is the free end of the door. You have handle here. So there are so many places for handle. You can see this d distance. Okay, let the handle is, first handle is h1 here and h2 here. Can you compare the distance? This is d1 and this is d2. From the picture we can see that d1 is greater than d2. Okay, so if d1 is greater than d2, then what will happen? Movement along point d1 will be greater than movement along point d2. Let m1 be the movement along handle 1 and m2 be the movement along handle 2. So m1 is greater than m2 means when we have handle near the free hand, it will produce more rotational effect, rather it is at h2. If the handle is at point h2 is there, then it will not produce that much rotation as in case of h1. So it is convenient to put a handle near the free end. This is fixed end and this is the free end. Now spanner. What is spanner? Spanner is used to tighten the nut. You have seen like this. This is a spanner which we utilize to tighten the nut. So this distance is d. Here at one side you have a nut which has to be fixed or tightened, and this is the free end. So this nut which has to be tightened along a free end, if the spanner is at a distance d, same. If the length of spanner is small, then distance will be small, but the formula is F into D is equal to movement, so it will not produce that much movement. So if the spanner is long, then movement or rotation will be more. So this is the second example of movement of force along spanner. Now hand floor grinder has a handle near the rim. So this is hand floor grinder. This is central part, which is a pivoted part, and here you have handle too. This is fixed and this can move. So what is the use of hand floor grinder? Hand floor grinder is used to grind the floor. It is a two stone plate which is kept one over another. So here you have another stone plate. The grain is put from this hole, and when you rotate this first stone with the help of this handle, it will move and it will grind the floor. What will happen if this is near to the fixed point? Okay, so if it will come closer to the fixed point, then you have to apply more force in order to produce the turning effect. So it is convenient to put the handle near the rim. Next is foot pedal is at a large distance from axle. You have often seen bicycle. You have a foot pedal and you have axle. Here you have axle and here you have foot pedal. Okay, so what happens is you have a whole combination of chain over there. So when you paddle, if this is long, then more turning effect is produced and your bicycle will move more. Okay, so by applying less force, you can move your bicycle more. So this is an example of application of movement of force. First one, handle of the door is near to its free end. Second one, a long spanner is used to tighten the nut. It's used to tighten the nut fast. Because it will produce more effect. More which effect? Turning effect. And what is more turning effect? It is movement of force. What is the other name of turning effect? It is also known as torque. TORQUE. What is SI unit of movement of force? It is Newton meter. Nm. So now steps for numerical. In this chapter we will deal with so many numericals. First topic will be movement of force. So there are some basics of numerical. First basic is you have to write the given condition. Second, you have to write what you have to find in the given numerical after reading the question. Third, solution. Third point will be solution. Solution has some subparts. Number 1, correct formula. You should write the correct formula with correct substitution. Then correct solution, correct SI unit. Never write the numeric value in fraction. Now there is a numerical. The hinge of the door is 1 meter from pivoted point. If 25 Newton of force acts on it, what is movement? So number 1, you will write the given condition. What is given condition? F is equal to 25 Newton, whereas small d is equal to 1 meter. What do you have to find? You have to find movement. So according to the basic guidelines, solution will be correct formula. You will write correct formula. Movement is equal to force into perpendicular distance. So it will become movement is equal to F into D. What is the value of F? 25 Newton. Write the SI unit also. And what is the distance? 1 meter. So how much movement will be produced? 25 Newton meter. This is your first example. Now second, calculate the force which will produce movement of 625 Newton meter acts at 25 meter from pivoted point. So you can simply make the diagram also. This is pivoted point O, this is point A, this is at a distance of 25 meter. The body will move either clockwise or anti-clockwise according to the given scenario. So what is the magnitude of movement of force? 625 Newton meter. So writing given condition, movement. Number 1 thing is movement. It is 625 Newton meter. What is the distance given? 25 meter. Here we will do the conversion. If the unit is not in standard form in SI, then we will convert the value here in given condition only. Then what do you have to find? I have to find force. Solution, correct formula. So we know the formula of movement. We will write movement is equal to force into distance. So do you want to find movement? No, we want to find force. So I will convert the formula according to my need. So force is equal to, here it is in multiply, so it will come on the other side in divide. So force is equal to movement upon perpendicular distance. Check the value from the given condition. Movement is 625 Newton meter divided by 25 meter. So meter and meter cancel. What you will get after division? 25 into 25 is equal to 625. So 25 Newton force will produce a turning effect of 625 Newton meter. This is all for the day. Have a nice day.